Yeah, I mean, the people are nervous. They've only got enough provisions for another week.
Yes.
And half of that's going to be spent getting you back to the embassy so they can put your feet into a bucket of ice water and stuff because they're figuring you're a wilting flower.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. If you ever read back old books about people who went traveling, great explorers of this time period, they are some of the dumbest, most stubborn fuckers ever.
Yep, especially the way some of them travel.
I read about Theodore Roosevelt going out with his son Kermit. Yeah, the son named.
When they were going out shooting or something.
They were exploring the Amazon basin, and they hired some guy to tell them what gear to take, who's apparently wildly inept and stupid. And so they had like the presidential wine selection. They had a bunch of boats they couldn't portage around, stuff like that, because they were thinking about like the Canadian trapper boats, which would have made life easy. They were like, no, we need big, thick, and heavy. We like pushing that through the Amazonian mud better. Fuck being able to carry boats easily. No, we want big, sturdy, heavy things, and we're going to load them with bullshit. Yeah, they really did that. Just amazing. Behold our history. And that's the kind of people that arrange for what you should take with you on your trips here. So that's why you normally ignore them.
Yay.
Ooh, McKay's willpower is mighty.
Not as mighty as it was.
That's because you're going to get equalized until you die.
Yep. All right. Now this is the fun one.
Stats are going up from the.
All right. I get out my Route 66 towel and hanging around my neck. And
prepare to make kindle your backup battery.
Battery.
Yep.
Yes. So he's also a battery. Oh, damn, first one. Can you read me reorient gate, please?
Yes, I will.
Oh, and where are you trying to reorient it to specifically?
Specifically, Kinleyville, our little the player building that had been put aside.
We didn't throw all the players in the bin.
It's the player bin. Yes, so we climb out of a bin into Kinleyville. No, it is the
I can take that.
Yes. Who wants to be Grouch?
Oh.
Where are we? No, it's not group teleport. It is reorientate gate. All right. Allows caster to change where the gate is going to and know it well. Acclimatized. Note the caster must have already been to where the gate will go. The gate is reorientated until duration ends. Duration is sun up / sundown. Casting time is 24 rounds. And it cost me 12 magic points. Or is it 14 magic points? Was it -2 or -4, Route 66?
Are you going unconscious? That is the question.
No, I'm not. That's why I used my Route 66 towel for that very reason.
You want Alex touching you in inappropriate places to put back around?
And also to prevent Alex from touching me in inappropriate places.
Too late, I'm afraid.
-2, so that 14.
Somebody's going to end up writing fanfic about this, and you're going to end up seeing pictures of McKay and Kinley necking and shit.
All right, so I now have 2 magic points left.
Yeah.
You have more. Good
luck on the willpower rolls as you grow.
Come on, let's see you do it. Unless this is your your matrix power is getting the magic points back, isn't it?
Yeah, don't need to roll for that.
Oh
no,
shit!
It's the giving of the magic points
that he needs to roll for.
Yes, so I will have to first make a will ×3 roll.
Yes.
And his head explodes. No, wait, not yet.
No.
I've not got the thingy. What's going on?
I see it.
See?
Oh, yeah. You failed.
Oh. It normally comes up with a little button like, would you like to roll this or that or this multiplier? Oh, there it is. Yay. Now, the spell
There you go.
itself, I have very little skill in. Very little skill. Just so you know.
The only way to get better.
Skills.
So,
I mean, you can keep trying. I'll go to the bathroom while you try to feed him magic.
Points. I'll try and give you 10. Yes, that's it. 10 magic points. What? Hot damn.
All right.
Wow.
How many was it?
10 magic points.
Thank you.
What is that from?
Healing, isn't it?
Yes, it's one of the healing trees.
That's really useful.
Yep.
Very nice.
And the heal hit point one is useful as well.
Yes, if you don't fumble it like I. So I go unconscious for 1 round and then I get back up. Ah, that was a nice little sleep. Power nap.
All right. Go.
Excellent.
Did it work?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
God damn.
I gave him 10 magic points. So I took a quick power nap as I went unconscious for 1 round and then got back up and was like, yes.
All right. Sorry for the delay. Get off your phone, you cock. All right, so. Right. Well, it did good. So, there's a polite golf clap from all the assembled people as you've gotten your stuff together. The elf kids are looking super nervous. They're standing super close together and stuff. They look at you.
All righty. I will do identify gate on it again just to make sure that somebody hasn't interfered with it, or the previous elves had not left some sort of nasty thing that caused it to reorient it to something completely random.
It's absolutely fine. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong?
I gave you a card for being careful. It did not do anything fucked up. It's ready to rock. All you gotta do is get the elf to touch it.
All right.
I'm not sure if a dead elf hand would work or not, but
I'll get him to touch it.
Right here. Only kidding, kids.
They both look nervous.
I'll get one of the kids to touch it.
No problem. They touch it and it go boom, and they see the the room beyond.
Mm-hmm.
They look at you.
Right. Let's go through.
Right. The entire party and the elf kids. Yes. Ready? You go through?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody goes on through. And
before I step through,
mm-hmm.
well, actually, it doesn't matter because the gate's going to stay there, so I can go back to some forwards. Also, tell the retinue they can head back.
But Ambassador, you might be in grave danger. Maybe we should come with you, says one of the rhino-headed guards.
He's going to Kinleyville, my city. Do not worry. He's in good hands.
They look at the ambassador.
Yeah, you better come through.
They form up.
Mm-hmm.
They begin marching through.
I will go outside and make sure people know it's not an invasion. It's just
Ah.
us.
Damn it. Stop ruining Logan's fun. I was going to have
Yeah.
him get killed. All right, yeah.
Now screaming.
As-
Nice.
No problem. The
I will warn the soldiers that they may find their weapons, their guns not working very well here,
all right. All right.
because I'm not sure as to
They
have you guys actually tried it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Guns don't work too well. You got to try and force your will on it, don't you? Technology.
Yep.
Yeah.
they
So
fixed-
they'll need to rely on their sabers and
Mhm.
pole
No
arms or
problem.
whatever.
Yeah, they pretty much, you've definitely filled up this fucking house. Some of the guards can't fit in, so they
Yeah. Well, I go out and so people can come out onto the street and we can
all
set
right.
up.
No problem.
They can set
The-
it. Set,
The elf kids
and
are fascinated because the rhino-headed guards are getting all the stares, and people are like, "Excuse me," to one of the kids. Yes, I just want to see the rhino-headed guy. Can you move a little? And right, they cut to later. It shows the elf boy, and he's got like 3 elf girls on each side. He goes, "I'm gonna fuck all these bitches," and they're like, "Yay!" Because they have very little taboos on sex and stuff here because they're trying to repopulate.
We shall. Well, if Darius hasn't already turned up, we shall get someone to get Darius.
Yeah, he definitely turns up when a whole bunch of rhino-headed guards and also your retinue end up coming through, and they sent some back with the horses and stuff. But right,
I'm just going to get them to set up. We find a spot where an open field where they can set up.
they all are going to have to leave the city then to do that because it's way too crowded in this fucking city. But
I wasn't sure if they had some fields for playing sports or
having
the circus or.
We have.
Oh, sorry, they got the blood dome, but nobody's going to that. That'd just be awkward.
Taser tag? Oh, no.
Taser tag is coming soon. So right, yeah, the Darius is like, "Hi."
Sorry, my retinue wanted to come with me.
He gives you a very long look, and he goes, "Oh, how nice."
And it was better leaving them in the forest by themselves.
True that.
How did you get here?
I can remember who Alex said for you to talk to about gates?
So you managed to come up with a fix for our problem at last. Thank God.
No, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for the greater powers to respond.
Yeah. He says, "Damn the greater powers. Damn them all to hell."
But I can, however, redirect gates.
Well, next time we have a bunch of dinosaurs coming through or something, if you redirect it to somewhere worse, that would probably be a big help. How close do you have to be to the gate to redirect it?
Well, I have to be on the side getting redirected. I have to be within 3 meters, and it takes several minutes to do.
He says, "Well, all right then."
All right then.
And I can only redirect it to places I'm very familiar with. So,
okay. So, how can we help you? Are you here to help us on our airship problem?
my wards were interested in checking this place out. So
More elves, great.
these are real elves.
Sure. He says, the girl comes running back, and she's like, "The elves here don't speak Latin. They don't know customs or anything."
No, they're not real elves. Yes.
She rushes off to go meet up with new elves and stuff. Yeah, the kids go. You don't even know where they are anymore. It's like they've lived a very cloistered life pretty much all their lives, and now they're having an overload of excitement. Are you guys sleep good tonight, you think?
I went with my Joshua, they grow up so fast.
They do indeed.
They'll be shagging by midnight.
Quite possibly.
Like bunnies. Anyway.
What's Bukkake?
Which of the city nefarious plans do we want to help them with first that's going to mean certain death?
Oh, Joshua, since you mentioned you can redirect gates, could you one day put one in Sherma? Would be really useful.
It's not permanent.
Oh, it's not permanent? Oh.
No, it's only until sunset sunrise, which is why.
When can you make them permanent?
Because the powers that be didn't want that power in our hands.
How do you ever get the power?
Convinced the powers that be that created these lands that we're worthy of such power.
I shake my fist in the air. Why?
Darius comes up and goes, aren't you from the Spice Cartel?
I hide behind.
No, that's his twin brother.
He scowls at you. He says, we need spices for the Snow Shield clan, and they also have asked us a favor to show the diplomacy between our nations.
The ogres that are camped above them or something?
That's right, Joshua.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, no, sorry, I was thinking something else. Rumspringer is what I was thinking of.
Yes, a Rumspringer would be fine as well. Is that some sort of drink for Alex Kinley?
Possibly.
No, it's what I was thinking about, the wards.
I see, he says, not understanding. Logan gets it, but he doesn't.
Yes. I thought Logan would get it.
Yes. And right, he says if you could deal with that and the woods and the gate and the spices, that would be great.
All right, so the gate,
gate
first of all, the primary issue with that is as we discussed previously, as you worked out, is the water and the whirlpool situation. If we were to close the gate.
Right. If you can partially close it or make it so that only the water and fish can come through, that would be something.
Yeah, no. It's a bit. How would you have it so only the water and fish came through and nothing else?
Maybe have some sort of magical protection force that only allows things smaller than a dog to come through. We'll fight things smaller than a dog.
Some sort of mesh.
What, like a magical net?
Yes, that sounds fine. But the spike.
Get your mages to create a magical net then. Get your mages to create a magical net then. That's not really gate time.
One of the things that we need done, we're hoping to have the airship for it because we had sent a expedition of our best mages for the source of magic.
Yeah, how long was that going?
Well, we had to send out another expedition to find the first expedition.
Yeah.
The second expedition hasn't turned up yet.
And you need the first and second expedition to be found.
Yes, we were thinking using an airship to find them would be much, much easier.
Certainly would then.
Right.
Yes. Being floating above, looking down and being able to see a fair distance would be certainly a lot faster than.
So, Derek, can I just ask, why do you need those trees in particular? There's trees everywhere.
Yes, but there's different sorts of wood and different sorts of trees.
Don't ask the silly question.
No, it's a valid question.
No. When it's directed towards Logan, it's not because it's going to be like, we need those particular trees because
they're better for building boats than these other shitty trees. The shitty trees are good for making fires. He glares at.
Yeah, so simply because the type of you don't need it to be waterproof, but you. So why
different kind of bending and stuff that goes on with making ship wood and stuff? You have to bend it because that's why.
Because it's a flying silly question. I'm assuming does the boat ever land on water?
Yes, it does often. That's why we have it boat shaped.
Beautiful. You answered what I was thinking as to why have it boat shaped if it's a flying boat. If you could just land wherever.
No, we don't. Especially since there's so much water around.
Yeah, fair enough. And that's presumably safer.
I remember reading most people are at least 70% of water, made of water. That means we're all that close to drowning.
Too much.
I mean, even I'm not that paranoid. But okay.
All right. So yes, the woods, the
Tell your twin
flying
brother to
birds,
get some
the-
spices, or both of the twins will be in trouble.
I'll get right on that.
Good. Yes.
Okay.
Well, we can put them off a little longer if somebody deals with the Snow Shield clan's ogre problem, but they're pretty dangerous, and apparently the area is cursed. Some sort of ancient slumbering evil is there.
Everything's cursed.
Yes.
Is there anything in this place that isn't cursed?
I believe your house isn't cursed. Well, actually, the old one was. That's why
it was because it fell down.
There's a-
The wall blew out and it fell down,
Mhm,
and then sunk into the swamp.
mhm. But this one, we just built it. It should be fine for another.
Chew.
It makes sense.
Yes.
Yes.
All right,
Anyway,
well, I'm gonna pull the two of them aside, away from Darius.
You're
Alright,
in a
so-
super crowded city right now. You could go over and look at his retainers and what they're doing.
so Darius, out of all the
Okay.
various
He's trying to
issues,
pull you away as you're talking.
yeah, 1 second, Freddie. I just want to check one
Yeah,
thing.
okay, fine.
Out of all your various issues, Darius,
Mhm. Oh, we've
Which
dealt with
one-
a lot of things on our own and stuff, but
which one is the most pressing?
they're all pressing. It's up. It's pretty much up to what if you'd like to do any of them, none of them. That's totally up to you. We are working on expanding. Pretty much, he begins talking about matters of state and resource allocation and things like that.
Have
They're all
you-
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll do that.
Have you managed to get hold of books on greenhouse manufacturers yet?
We've had several delivered over here on that and animal husbandry and horses. Did you know we actually have to have somebody to help the horses fuck each other because they sometimes have problems with that?
If you want to improve the success rate, yes.
Yeah, that's not a great job, but we've managed to find one guy to do it.
I'm sure you have several people here and potentially some women as well that would be quite happy to assist.
He slowly looks at Freddie and he goes, I may be able to find another volunteer unless that person's busy bringing spices. He looks back at you.
Oh, what's that? There's a call. It's probably my brother. Hello? I talked to my wrist. Hello? Is the shipment in?
Let us know when it's in Burlington, all right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Just
How
glares
would
at
you
you
get it?
really.
How would you get it from Burlington to here?
Oh, we'll bring it through. If you can get it to Burlington, we've got
That's my question. How will you bring it through?
Clems.
No, no,
The
no.
old timers bring
No.
it through Clems.
Okay, so you're doing lots of
By hand.
things.
Lots of trips. Lots of trips.
Oh,
So
look,
everybody
just-
cups their hands and you pour the spice in and you come through Clems, or
Well,
what's that?
we give them a couple barrels.
I was joking. It's a joke.
You're not good at humor, he tells you.
No, it was more. If you had have said yes, that's how we do it, I would have slapped my forehead. Because unfortunately, due some of the people that I'm sure you've dealt with as well, Darius, in this place, that would have been how they came up with it.
He slowly looks at Freddie.
What? I didn't do.
He looks back to you.
I mean, my brother didn't do that. What do you mean?
Brother. Right.
All right.
Brother.
So they're all.
Ah. Did she
So
look
we
at
need the
Freddie?
wood to fix the boat, to use the boat to find the missing mages,
That's right. Joshua.
and potentially also to get to where the dwarves are, because it's not an easy walking distance to.
Not close. We've got another airship here.
Oh, you do?
Yes, it's a small one. It used to be powered by monkeys, which seems to have escaped.
Ah, that one.
Yes. However,
I
we
have
are
heard of that one.
idle. We are busy, industrious people because if we're not, then they visit the Thunderdome or Blood Dome or Shock Dome. But we've rigged up a gas bag to it. It's not big enough for a full crew. Only a madman would pilot such a small craft.
So the radioactive flying monkeys, how did they power it?
Bicycles.
Little bicycles.
Yeah, but then how did it go through the air?
Magic.
I don't know. We rigged up a gas bag. The problem is,
No, I was just wondering if there was a need for a gas bag if the monkeys weren't the ones that made it float.
we're not sure how it got here, but we've rigged up so that a couple of humans can pedal. Since the monkeys ran away.
Coming.
Well,
But it's crazy dangerous. Might be better just to go on foot.
now let's just not do the
Why is it?
majors just yet.
Why is it crazy dangerous?
You're in a tiny, tiny boat with a huge gas bag above it. Any weird breezes and stuff can totally blow you off course,
Mhm.
or into a mountain, or into trees, or into a swamp, or into water, or something.
Yay.
We have no idea how Alex got it here. The monkeys must have had some special magic in their old green fur they found.
Can't believe they're gone. I'm so depressed.
Probably good that they are. People started getting sick when they were here for some reason. Don't know why.
It's nothing to do with the fact that they were radioactive.
No.
They're what?
Weren't they radioactive green monkeys?
No, they were just
There's
painted
Alex.
green. No,
There's a Freddy. Do you have something to do
no, they were
with this?
just painted.
What? How could you say that to me?
Not to you. To him, he points at Freddy.
Oh, yeah, good.
No, you got the two most beloved people in the fucking zone here, so everything's getting blamed on.
Yeah, yeah. But by the
Well,
way, Alex,
I'm somewhat.
all the people here love me as well. Now,
I mean, I'm somewhat tolerated.
Yes, somewhat tolerated. I love it.
I mean, I did help with the. Okay, never mind. All right, you know what? Let's just go get the damn spices so he stops complaining. It's not that hard. Well, I hope.
Well, you say that.
Can either of you drive a truck?
nope.
Mm.
It's gonna be hard.
We've been through this before.
I know, but
Um,
maybe you.
We could drive a wagon with horses.
Yeah, it's not gonna fit that many. Well, it depends on the size of the wagon. No, not gonna fit that many. Okay.
If you had about 4 wagons with teams of, say, 4 oxen each instead of horses, sure. Modern day semis can carry a lot more weight than old fashioned wagons.
Yep, they certainly can.
And go a little faster.
So, did you guys work out how to deal with the issue in the forest
Yes,
Hmm.
we need fire and or electricity.
without
Some
causing
weapon.
the wood that is required to be damaged?
Well, we need to kill the
irreactively?
dot young. What's that?
I was thinking of going back in with some magic axes, but yeah. Or, hear me out here. When we first got seen, we ran and they chased us. So if we had the version.
No, I'm not doing it.
Oh, damn it.
No. Every time I'm the bait, no.
It's not every time. Like 95% of the time.
Why don't we just build a flamethrower?
Hmm.
It's a pity we don't have the ability to become a mecha.
Hmm.
Yeah, that would be useful.
I like it.
Mecha Doc.
I mean, the easiest thing to do right now, go deal with those ogres.
Did you have the triangle from the asylum, Freddy?
That's fine. What, you mean the funny symbol that Doc always uses to fight stuff?
Yeah. I wasn't sure if other people also gained it.
Oh, gained it? I know what it is, but I didn't gain anything.
Yeah, you didn't find it in the asylum. Oh, that's right. You
No,
basically
I left.
you exited
just-
stage left the first window you got to.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, that's right.
Exploration is not part of his fucking thing.
Not on my own in a creepy hospital. No thanks.
Because something we've found is that sometimes we get parallel time streams running, which can lead to duplication of things. Sometimes those time streams will merge and one will become dominant and the duplication will disappear. Sometimes they won't merge. Sometimes they'll merge and the duplications will be still in existence, hence the twins. They're actually two parallel time streams merging. Where once it was just one elven child, there was another elven child found under exactly the same circumstances. And when they started coexisting and it went from being one being banished to two being banished.
Okay.
So,
well, no, I didn't find any
that's right.
thing.
So it was
I can
possible for
make
you
one.
to also have gotten a triangle.
Everything you tell Freddy seems to disturb him in some way.
Yes. Welcome to the dilemmas we have to deal with and work out what's going on. All right. So, Dark Young, you don't want to just try and hacking at one with your sword, Alex?
There's 3.
There's 3 of them.
What, they like hanging out with each other?
Yep.
Well, they were surrounding basically a kind of an altar, stone altar with like a skeleton on it. So we don't know what else was on the altar. We were quite far away when we started running like little scared schoolgirls.
Yeah, of course, they're Dark Young.
I was with 2 rather non-combative people, so I was like, this is...
Yeah, no, it's fair enough. You don't want to Dark Young, well, who knows what they're like in this place, but in the old days, they weren't...
3 is...
You didn't want to mess with a Dark Young in the old days. Unless you had lots of explosives or...
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can... I mean...
Do you know
if we go to
whether or not
Sherma,
do you know if they work here?
what, grenades?
Yes.
I mean, they're not...
Explosives.
I mean, they don't have electricity in them. Why wouldn't they?
No, but do we know that the general chemical thing that makes up what causes the explosion to occur, if that reaction exists in this place?
I don't know.
Just as gunpowder does not work in Gothic San Angeles because that chemical reaction no longer works there, this place might have the same issue.
Well, do you know what kind of chemicals work here? And what don't?
No idea. Don't know if anybody's done any experimenting to that extent. It's possible. And I suspect until things are settled enough that, like Kinleyville, etc., is above subsistence, then they could potentially have people start experimenting to determine what works, what doesn't, and whether or not banging these 2 rocks together actually causes a nuclear explosion where it didn't used to, etc.
Well, if we had a way to produce fire that works.
Matthew, mention you can put in some stuff.
I pull out my lighter and see if I start a fire.
It's flint and tinder.
No, it's Santa's lighter.
Oh, it's a what?
Santa's lighter.
You stole Santa's lighter, you son of a bitch.
No, Mildred took Santa's lighter and gave it to me.
Santa Claus.
Yes, she gave me the lighter, though.
Sure she did. Right.
I said, could I have that lighter? And she said, sure. And she gave it to me. And then I used it to light my pipe.
And that's the last she saw of that shit. No
And she
problem.
never asked for it back.
Santa's lighter does start here for some reason.
See? Fire.
All right, so
Next.
now we need.
Applause from several of the people who are gathered around. Freddie, you've got.
I will light my pipe.
Freddie, there's a problem. People are gathered around these two, and they're trying to see him, and they're kind of moving you out of the way so they can stand close to you while you're talking.
I shall light my pipe.
There's polite applause from this.
I just push my way through. Hey, we have stuff to do. All right. Do you want wood? Do you want spices? Yeah.
There you go. Better listen to the man.
Ooh, give me a leadership role there, Freddie, to get them to leave you alone and so you can do stuff. It's a large crowd.
Oh, this won't go well.
I will turn ugly on you.
No.
Excuse me. Just wanted to hang out near those two. People are occasionally touching your clothes and stuff like that for Kinley and McKay.
Yes, let's go somewhere private.
Do they have aerosol cans in the 1950s?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so get a bunch of those.
DDT in the 19s. Oh, I wonder what DDT would do to. Is it DDT? Am I thinking the right term?
No, you're thinking of napalm.
No, I was thinking of the really nasty insecticide that they had.
Oh. I'd suggest napalm.
Ended up getting banned because it led to birth deformities and all sorts of wonderful things.
That's exactly what you want to use around these new people with very few disease resistances who have just come out of fucking cryopods to settle this new land.
So all we need to do is buy a bunch of those cans and just use the lighter as an improvised flamethrower.
Yep, it was DDT I was thinking of.
Are you guys going back to the PC bin in order to chat?
Yeah.
Yes.
No problem. Some of the entourage is in there cooking, cleaning. When you walk in, the 4-man band starts up, etc. Unless you tell them all to fuck off, and then you'll have privacy. Otherwise, you've got
No, I shall get that, and I shall. Where is it? Perform. There it is.
Actually, why haven't I?
Yay!
Like
I join in.
I'm not doing it. Fuck off. We have important things to do. Josh,
Yeah, I can talk while playing.
Give me a violin.
you?
Is perform your violin?
Yes. For some reason it doesn't say, but I think it's not showing what's in the box.
Oh, I need to fix that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yes, that is perform violin.
Got it. No problem. Yes, this is as private as it gets with the ambassador. The ambassador. Dun, dun, dun.
So, did you have some thoughts on the matter, Freddie, or was there something else you wanted to do? Or?
I mean, if we're doing the Don't Young, my only idea is your lighter plus several cans of, I don't know, whatever they had back in the 50s, and just use that as a flamethrower. It's not going to be much, I know, but it's fire.
How long did they chase you for?
A while.
Yeah, they were persistent.
How big were they?
Sorry, what was that?
How big?
Trees.
Yeah, quite big.
I'm just thinking, I mean, because of their weight, whether or not we build a pit, have them chase us, we go over the pit because we're not as heavy as them. Yeah.
Really deep.
That would be, really,
Yeah, they go over the pit and fall in. Then we pour.
That would take days to dig something that deep.
Yep. Then we pour alcoholic.
I'm wondering if you can just.
Sorry, not alcoholic. We pour flammable, something flammable on them and flick matches on them.
Can't we just reorient a gate where they are? Or do you need to have been there?
I need to have a gate to reorient it.
I'm sure we can find some gate somewhere.
Yeah, but if there's a gate 2 weeks away from the forest, what use is that?
No, I'm just saying, if it's right on top of them,
We've been
we
right.
can gather some flammable explosives, go through the gate, and then we'll be ready just to throw it all onto them immediately, like without even having to go through the whole scary jungle, which was just a nightmare, by the way.
No, the problem with Reorient Gate, it's got to be somewhere I've been to before.
Okay,
It's got to
that's
be
what I was
something
asking.
and it's got to be
Yeah.
something I'm very familiar with to
Okay.
reorient the gate to there.
It's fine.
So unfortunately, I
Um,
would not be able to reorient a gate to the forest, the spooky
Don't they
forest.
have like flaming swords here? Is that not a thing? Fire
Yeah, probably.
swords? Just get some of those.
You're competent with a flaming sword or with a sword?
You could
Competent with,
ask.
I'm competent with a normal sword, yeah.
Okay.
And I know
Um,
Alex is.
Touching himself by accident. Ah, god damn it, I'm on fire. Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll ask someone. Sure.
What, one of the people in here with you now, or
No, like one of the locals.
he stops, he goes, flaming sword? Probably. I don't have one.
You know. Okay, I'm gonna go ask
I don't
Daria.
even have a flaming hoe. You know, my ex-wife though, she was
Alright, yeah, have a good day. Bye.
right.
I'm gonna go ask Darius.
Everybody's a
Maybe
crumbles.
he knows.
So you're just gonna stop random people and demand?
No, I'll
no,
ask
he said he's going to Darius.
Darius.
Oh, Daria. Okay, no problem. You go to the palace. You end up talking to Claire instead because Darius is having a lie down. Apparently, he got really stressed earlier today with somebody named Freddie. Anyway, she goes, flaming swords. Yes. How many would you
Oh
like?
my gosh.
3, please.
One-handed or two?
1 sec. I go on the bracelet. Guys, do you want two-handed flaming swords or one-handed?
I can't use a sword.
What can you use?
My kukri.
Do you have daggers or kukris that are flaming, Claire?
Here, she says. She has a short sword that's flaming.
Will that work, Joshua?
I'm not trained in short sword. As far as I'm aware, it's a separate. It doesn't use dagger skill.
Alright, then we'll take 1 two-handed, 2 one-handed, and the short sword.
Ordering at McDonald's.
Right. She
You get fries with that?
she supplies them to you, and she says, "Be careful when you take them out of the scabbard."
Noted.
All right. If
no,
you
I'm not
have
there,
an
sorry.
ongoing need for them, please bring them back.
Well, I'm on the bracelet, so if you need something, just tell
They
me.
should last for a bit.
How long will they last for?
Not really sure. These were made by the mages before they left, so they're down to their last. Hopefully, they'll make it all the way there.
Okay, great, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, I got back on the bracelet. Joshua, can you use a bow and arrow?
Nope.
What kind of weapons can you use besides shotgun?
Claire just shakes her head. No, don't have any flaming shotguns.
Do you have flaming? Flaming.
I would go shit in a bag myself so he could light it on fire. She says.
Nice.
He is such a. He is.
You have flaming gauntlets.
How?
Flaming gauntlets. We tried, but people kept losing their use of their hands until they got a lot of first aid.
How hard is it to use technological items here, I wonder?
Very hard, I say to you.
Okay. Well, because I've got a shotgun at the moment because I had my gear with me when we crossed over.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a shotgun. Yeah.
It may end up working. You may end up killing everybody. Although the Kai shotgun you got, which probably got like 5 or whatever in the chamber or whatever, is okay. But imagine the fun of taking on the Dark Young with an AA-12. Yes, I'm ready for that in this game.
Yeah, unfortunately, that got confiscated along with lots of other stuff in Red Carpet. My Atkinson assault shotgun.
Yeah, they figured you were gonna like assassinate all the various senators
No,
that you could find.
the shotgun I've got, I think, is well, it'd be a double barrel because it's a beastkin shotgun.
Yeah, well, I'll thank Claire and go back to the others.
She tells you quietly as you're going out, let me know if he needs that bag of poop.
I'll let you know.
All right.
I'll hand Alex the two-handed flaming sword.
You don't know if it's really flaming or if he just got bullshitted too.
Well,
So have you already got yourself some magic armor ready?
No. Should I have? Did they do magic?
Cut back to Claire. Well, I'm glad that I don't have to deal with them anymore. I'm going to go have a bath.
I don't know. Do you have any magic armor at the moment, Alex, or do you need?
Yeah, we were given a load when we went to go and me, Doc, and Alex were going to get tooled up to go and take on the Shoggoth in the waterfall. So there was a suit of armor that was made for Alex.
Why are you talking about yourself in the third person? Is it because you're in MMO land?
As in out of character, I'm speaking about Alex.
You mean Freddy?
Out of character, I'm speaking about Alex.
Stop being confusing. I'm giving Pete a card for messing with you. Yes, he's beginning to talk about himself in third person only.
Yes, I knew you were talking
He
about.
only likes this. He doesn't like that.
Do you remember I had the special one with the gold and it had like penises on it or something, like, you know, male fertility signs or whatever?
Yeah, you had. Yeah, I recall that.
Yeah.
Actually, it might have been you, me. It may not have been Freddy at all. It might have been you, me, and
No, I've never had
Doc.
it.
Oh.
Because I've got magic leather armor.
I only have the alien armor, but that's not.
And
magic.
Doc already had magic chain, that fine magic chain that he'd gotten somewhere along the line from here. Because I wanted some magic chain that I could wear under clothes.
All right, well, let me go ask
Butcher
Claire if she's not busy sleeping or
She's
something.
not in the main throne room. One of her assistants goes, "Hello, may I help you?"
Hi, yeah.
We need armor for Freddy.
Oh, you want with him? She goes, "Oh, it's Alex Kinley." She begins straightening her hair.
Do you have any magical armor that we can borrow?
She's ignoring you and looking at Alex and making kind of kissy faces.
I wave my hand in front of her face. Hello?
She's like, there. She's beginning to flirt with Alex Kinley.
Alex, can you turn off the sex just for a minute?
Unfortunately, there's no off button to this.
She begins like kind of going, oh.
Yeah, let's get armor first and rumpy later.
All right, no problem. Yeah, she tosses just some armor. You don't know if it'll fit or anything, and she doesn't seem to give a shit. And then she goes over to Alex and is kind of rubbing up against him, going, "Would you like some armor?" Like that.
I've got my gold phallic armor.
She goes, oh, drops the armor she was holding. Really, I'd love to see it. Maybe you could show me over here in this other
private
room.
viewing. Sure.
They go off. You've got.
Be quick. Don't have time.
You got your armor now, Freddy. Try it on.
Alright, I'm gonna walk out and try it on.
Freddie, give me a luck roll, see if this shit will fit. I have no idea. She just grabbed some random shit.
Okay. Nope.
Well, you know, it does fit, but it was obviously made for a well-endowed female. Other than that, it fits. And it seems to be magic. It's glowing a little bit. So other than it being a real breastplate, it definitely fits.
It's the breast.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Fine.
You've got
I'm good, Joshua his.
storage areas.
What, does Joshua have armor?
Yes,
Okay.
Of course he does.
I have a
Alright.
selection of armors. I've got my Dragonhide Duster. I have my Butcher's Chain. And I have my Magic Leather Armor.
Why can't I just borrow one of yours?
Because the Magic Leather Armor is better than the other two. One of the things I'd like to do one day is, when we find the mages, is see if they can enchant my Dragonhide Armor. Being that it's made of Dragonhide, I thought it might be easier for them to enchant since it's a mystical creature.
Oh, fair enough.
Alex Kinley eventually shows up. First thing that you notice, Alex Kinley, is that Freddy has grown tits, apparently.
I approve.
I put my grip mask on. Alright, I'm ready.
Oh, there's a lot of strange looks now.
What mask did you put on, sorry?
Gimp mask.
It's got the zipper mouth and everything.
Okay. How far away is this forest?
It's quite a ways.
And how
Oh,
are we getting there?
we need the farting animal thing to ride on them.
Hmm?
The rider, what was it called? Riderpedes.
The Ridopedes?
Right.
Yeah.
This is how we got there last one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No problem. They're happy to send out some people with you guys to go on the Ridopedes.
Yeah, if nobody else well, I can't use the damn thing.
Sure you can.
Now, before we leave,
They tell you just have to sit here, right over here. Here, let me help you, sir. Oh yeah, that's some strong legs you got there. Yes, it is. And right, just sit right there, and let me just strap you in here. Few more buckles. Yeah, nice and tight. Yeah, you like that. I mean, here you are, and there we go. So now you just sit back and relax. Yeah.
I can massage my feet too while you're at it. Or
He says, "Who are you?"
okay.
Um.
Just so I'd ask.
Yeah, apparently, fame is definitely a double-edged sword here because these guys can't go anywhere. It's like being part of a famous rock group back when people really went nuts for that shit. And you're thinking that they probably don't get a lot of fucking entertainment here. Is what's up?
Oh, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
The flaming sword's going to be based off the sword skill, or do we not know that yet?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It'd be fucked up to have them based on flamethrower skill, wouldn't it?
Depends on
Just
what they
checking.
do.
So, you guys, essentially, it's going to take probably a couple weeks to get there or more. They take you from Kinleyville along a dirt road through the middle plains and stuff. You're with quite a large entourage and stuff because naturally McKay's entourage is going with him. Brave Sir Robin, minstrels and stuff.
Yes. I forgot to say before we set off, I need that as well. Bring me some.
We're going to have competing minstrels, I see.
We have a minstrel off.
All right.
Dueling minstrels.
Let me see whose minstrels do better. First, the ambassadors.
God damn.
And yours.
Yeah.
Well, remember that mine are probably a little bit more experienced than yours, Alex.
Mine's just started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they end up rather than doing a lot of competing and stuff, they're being musicians,
harmonizing,
collaborating. Yeah. So music. Dun, 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 dun. Right, everybody, give me your Ridopede roll. Freddy is just pretty much sitting on it. Somebody else is leading it. Smooth ride. Smells like rotting corpses. Kinley sits on his.
Ridopede.
It don't seem to be broken.
They give you a different one.
Much better.
Oh, is that how it works, huh?
All right, no problem. Yeah, you guys have a smooth thing. Essentially, they're leading them with those guys as they're having somebody on their ride-a-pede with like long sticks and rotting corpse parts dangling off, and their ride-a-pedes are like, yeah, and following them.
I was thinking I was just going to say, no, screw this and use the coconuts, but it looks like I can work out how to ride these silly things.
Mm-hmm. Eventually, you guys get to Alexburg and spend a few days there. You meet up with Nara. She's the lady who runs this place. It's a farming and logging town. Well, it's going to be a logging town. They found some shitty, unsuitable wood for our stuff that they've made wooden palisades about and surrounded their kind of city. The farmers who live outside of the city are like in the little pillbox buildings, which are very reminiscent of the ones that were in the land surrounding the embassy. Both, at least two of you remember that from the giant undead fight.
Mm-hmm.
This place is patrolled by people who call themselves rangers. They run around with bows and arrows and stuff like that, which are, again, strangely reminiscent of Amber Rangers for those who have seen them. But also the Bleak River passes through Alexburg, and you guys are given a lot of cautions. Don't go into the Bleak River directly. It is freezing cold. Your fingers and stuff get numb if you touch it. But so what they do is they take out water and stuff, and once it's taken out, then they heat it up to get it at least to room temperature, and then other stuff. But so yeah, it's a weird river. There's something up with the whole Bleak River. Then for about a week, you follow the Bleak River upstream. There's nothing going on. You've got plenty of guards and stuff around you and all that shit. So there's no weird stuff jumping out. The guards themselves take down some animals from distance and stuff with like throwing spears and such, bows and arrows. But all that protection, minstrels, etc., all ends when you get to the edge of the forest of death. I mean, VIP Forest, VIP, VIP Forest, Northern. It's a dense twisted mass of trees. It looks like walking in anything approaching a straight line here is going to be impossible. Little light gets in, the air feels suffocating in it. Everybody is camped out outside of the forest. A lot of the people from Alexburg are working on making like some defenses, like sharpened sticks and stuff like that.
Pointy sticks.
Pointy stick defense. So, yeah. Also, they say, be careful. We've heard trolls in there. The weird whooping stuff.
Yeah, we came across them.
Well, then you know.
All right, Josh. You're probably gonna have some really, really trippy dreams while you're in there. Just warning you, they're just dreams. Yeah.
Yeah, something just occurred to me.
Everybody goes.
Maybe the Dark Young aren't really there. Could have been.
No, I'm pretty sure they're there.
Well, no. We perceive them being there, but the whole way through, this jungle fucked with our heads. The dreams and all the other stuff. So all I'm saying is it could be just another defense mechanism of the forest.
So
Okay.
what do you suggest we...
You think there's actually some sort of benign some sort of intelligence or some sort of force in here that's causing the dreams and the other stuff, and that's what we should actually be looking for.
Well, it's just I'm guessing the
altar
on the altar could be a good start. We just need to get to it.
No, that was what I wanted.
So Joshua, what's your plan here? Because Alex and I can use a sword somewhat well-ish. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna not die?
How are you gonna not die?
I'm going to cheer you on. That's how I'm not going to die.
Okay, great.
Off you go. Let me know when you're done. And
Wait, no, whoa. We need your moral
I'm
support.
joking. I am joking.
I know you are.
As those who have been here before will remember, though the Bleak River does go through the forest, it kind of cuts through part of it. And so it doesn't go through the center of it. Getting to the center will only be direction sense. Navigation will not help here.
Even though we've
And
been
I'm
there already,
assuming
we
this
have done
is
it.
yet. Oh yeah, MMO land compasses don't work here, do they?
Correct. And there's no maps because, well, there's especially no maps for many reasons involving the PCs, but there's no maps of the individual forest, no
I
survey.
am gonna try and map it out this time as we travel through it.
Lies.
The actual forest.
So, well,
Become a map dude.